For the last 6 years, Ewasonyiro Camel Caravan went down as an event of pop and color. An annual 6-day advocacy walk for leaders, activists, volunteers and communities living along Ewasonyiro River to raise awareness on its endangered ecosystem. But due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the 7th edition of the Caravan was different. There were no big gatherings, no song and dance, but a series of varied activities aimed at improving the river's water quality and access.
Hii Camel Caravan iko na madhumuni kubwa sana. Pamoja na kuhifadhi, tuko na ile mazungumzo, wazee watajaribu kuelezea vijana vile ambavyo uhifadhi wa mto na uhifadhi wa mazingira umekuwepo wakati wa hapo awali na vile wakati huu sasa. Kwa hivyo tutakuwa na hayo mazungumzo, tutakuwa na upanzi wa miti. Pia madhumuni ingine ni kuleta ile amani kati ya hizi jamii ambazo ziko katika upande wa Isiolo South ambazo Gafarsa ni mojawapo na vile upande wa Garissa.
The edition begins with a careful assessment at the river's head. A field team from Ewasonyiro North Development Authority, Isiolo Pacelink, IPL, ICT and Impact assessed various human activities at its main source lake, Olbolosot, and its surrounding catchment at the Aberdare Ranges. The communities found bordering the lake depend entirely on agriculture, hence encroaching into the lake for agricultural land and obstructing water from rivers that feed the lake for constant supply for their agricultural activities.
We did a survey to see what is happening with that ecosystem. And we noted that the river is under threat. It's under threat from 1, pollution, 2, degradation of the environment around the lake, encroachment into the lake, and over-exploitation of river waters in the river Ewasonyiro for the purpose of irrigation.
The team then proceeded to the lower basin where Ewasonyiro's brown muddy waters are a source of life for over 3 million pastoralists, the livestock and wildlife who depend on its continuous flow for survival.
Maji ya Ewasonyiro ni mzuri sana. Maji ni baridi. Maji yanatoka mbali. Maji yanaleta chakula kwa fertilizer chakula ya mimea. Maji ni baridi tena. Mimea atakuwa mzuri. Kwa sababu maji chini ardhi hakuna fertilizer. Ni moto. Hii ni baridi lakini. Naona analeta chakula ya shamba mingi. Iko vitamin ya shamba. Mimea anakuwa kubwa.
The waters are not reaching where they used to. There is extensive environmental destruction along the riparian zones as communities clear land for agriculture activity too close to the river. Unlawful sand harvesting has reduced the water retention at the flow of the river and increased water velocity during the wet season, which poses a flooding danger for communities downstream.
Wakati miaka 70 mapema na 90s haifunji kingo yake. Sababu kuu kulikuwa na vichaka ama enough vegetation na nyasi. Wakati hizo human activity hakuna, like farming, like feeding the livestock. People wanaweka mfugo yao wakati ya ukame, temporary settlement, alafu nakata vichaka for feeding the livestock. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa imefanya maji ifunje kingo yake, ukuta embankment.
This assessment informed the 2020 edition of the Ewaso Caravan, that was flagged off in Garfasa.
Na unaona serikali iko hapa, unaona mashirika ya Peacelink na mengine yako hapa. Tunasema wazee wasaidiane na wamama na vijana, kwa sababu wazee watakapoondoka vijana ndio watakuwa ili kuendelea kulinda Ewasonyiro.
6 days of community awareness on the need for restoration and conservation of the river at every point. The team begins with awareness discussions with community members at each village they stop, then embarks on planting trees, both fruit trees and indigenous trees, along the river to stabilize its banks. Communities at any given point in her body share equal responsibility to her existence and conservation.
Kwa msaada ya Ewasonyiro North Development Authority na uhamasisho wa Isiolo Peacelink, tumeanza kupata miche kama 1000 kutoka Gafarsa mpaka Malkadaka. Miche hizi ili walichunge, tumeliweka miche za matunda kama maembe, machungwa, ndimu na avocado.
And in the evening, as the sun goes down, people gather for intergenerational talks. The voices of the elders share their natural knowledge to inculcate conservation secrets to the youth. Women, who are the main source of labor in the farms, make their contribution, as it is key to make their conservation efforts sustainable.
Yomo wanisu wani shamba irda santatini nuwa marmumati mugalani rankabatina inmale wani karnu jannata barrinjirtu.
The 2020 Camel Caravan culminates at Gotu on the banks of the mighty waters. It's a celebration of the International Peace Day themed Shaping Peace Together.
Kwa bidii na juhudi tuituze mazingira, wanyama pori na utamaduni. Upande miti Ewasonyiro, mchanga isiporomoke. Usikate miti Ewasonyiro, mchanga usiondoke.
This river is part of the peace building in this area, because if you look at now the lower part of Ewasonyiro, the only river which is there is River Ewasonyiro. That supplies water to northeastern, to Marsabit County, to Samburu County. During the rainy season, there's a lot of water which goes to west through this. By that time, people have got pasture, they have got water, there will be calm. But immediately, you know, the drought comes in, there's a lot of pressure on Ewasonyiro from all sides. Like the other side of Garissa, people will come and then that movement of communities from one county or constituency to this Ewasonyiro, it will actually create a lot of insecurity.
The river is an integral part of shaping peace for communities downstream because its presence satisfies the thirsty grasslands, bringing them to life, which is feed for the animals and food for the pastoral communities.